we got to talk a little bit of AEW WrestleDream, because as always with this type of thing, my computer window has crashed, but I've now got it back up, right? Because we are going to be doing quickfire predictions for AEW WrestleDream 2025. I have the card up here. It's 7 matches long, well, 8 matches long, and I do think it's going to be a very fun show. Let's kick things off by talking about the AEW Women's Championship. Chris Statlander defending against Toni Storm. Clark, who is your call for this one?
I do have Toni Storm actually winning this one, as much as we've talked about her riding off TV and things we discussed yesterday. At the end of the day, I actually think Toni Storm wins the title back here.
0 chance, I think. I've got Chris Statlander. I reckon she's going to put Stat over clean in this one. Des, what's your call?
I agree. I'm going to go with Stat.
There we have it. Up next, let's talk about the tag team match. The tag team match for $500,000. The Young Bucks are currently broke, but will they still be after this Saturday when they take on the Jurassic Express? Des, kick us off on this.
Going to go Jurassic Express, and I'll say they're going to shake hands afterwards.
Really?
Yep, I think this will be the turn of they're going to start turning face. I feel like once they lose the money, they're going to go back to their morals and be like, money isn't everything. So I'm going to go there.
I feel like we're eventually going to get there, but not so fast. But I do agree that Jurassic Express will get the W. What do you think, Clark?
I've got Jurassic Express getting the win in an attempt at stealing the money, but that's it. At the most from the Bucks here, because the gimmick is too
good.
The
Bucks just try and steal
to be
it.
over. They're going to try to take it, but at the end of the day, the gimmick is actually working too well. I'm stunned by how good it is from the Bucks.
It absolutely is. Numero 1 says in the comments that the Young Bucks will win and then will go broke and compete in yet another money-like match, continuing the story of the Bucks not knowing how to take care of their finances. Absolutely can see that. Up next, the TNT Championship between Kyle Fletcher defending against Mark Briscoe. The 5th match between these two. They always have fun ones. Look, this one I do think is a little bit of a coin toss, but I'm still hoping that Kyle Fletcher wins because this guy's the future of the business. But what's your call, Clark?
I think Fletcher's the future of the business. He has to win this one, but it'll be arguably match of the night.
Wow. Okay. That's an interesting call. What about you,
I think they'll
Des?
go all out, sorry.
All right. I'm going to also go with Fletcher, too. I don't think the turn's going to happen just yet.
Well, it will be interesting. Donnie says the Young Bucks need to challenge Sad Corbin. It's a very similar gimmick. Yeah. It really
Sad
is.
Bishop now.
Yeah.
Sad Bishop.
That's the thing. I don't think it's possible, but I'd love it if somehow he just meets them in a segment at the casino next time they win money.
You know what? If he was just sitting at the table, I'd lose my mind.
Next to them, yeah.
Even if
he wins the money against them, he wins it against them.
I was even more thinking just as a cameo, honestly, if you just filmed it on the way by and he's just sitting there the first time and then you cut, then you go back and show the full segment later, you could do something really fun like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's the guy in the hat? Oh.
No, that's what I mean. Have somebody beat them and they're like, oh no, and the camera pans up and it's Happy Corbin. But
that'd be great.
Amazing. Numero 1 says Kyle Fletcher retains and we get a fatal 4-way within the Don Callis family. Donnie says Briscoe should win because he's easily one of the most compelling individuals on Dynamite, but it won't happen.
I agree. Briscoe's great, man. Really entertained by him.
So is Fletcher. I'm saying this kid is the future of this company. Up next, the Tag Team Championships, because we have in what I think is going to be match of the night, Bro Dido against Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. Look, clearly Konosuke Takeshita and Okada are not on the same page here, and I am going to predict Bro Dido for that reason, but I'm really excited for this one, Des.
I'm going to go with Takeshita and Okada. This could potentially start off the feud where they have it and they start arguing, but I think they're going to be champions first.
Real? Wow, okay. Yeah. Big call to make. Clark, do you agree?
I actually agree with Des here. I think they're going to put the titles on Takeshita and Okada. I think they're both going to carry them for a little bit. It's going to start the can they coexist into it looks like they are, but they can't storyline.
Exactly.
We get there. And I have a weird feeling that Okada and Takeshita walk out with that gold.
I agree.
Wow, a big call. Numero one agrees with me. Brodito will retain. But up next, let's talk about a very rare women's singles match on an AEW pay-per-view. I love to see it. I wish they did more because that women's division is absolutely stacked. And these are two of the greatest names. Jamie Hayter taking on Tekla. Really excited for this one. And this is one, though, where it really could go either way. Again, it's a little bit of a coin toss because they both need wins, but I think Jamie Hayter's going to be the one to do so. But Clark, what do you think?
You know, I really, really love Tekla's work. I think she's awesome in the ring, bell to bell and everything. And like you said, both need wins, but I'm currently sipping that Haterade. Give me Jamie Hayter in this one, no doubt about it.
What about you, Dez?
I'm going to go Tekla here. I feel like she gets a big win over Jamie Hayter. It's going to build momentum towards Blood and Guts. And if she gets the big win over someone like Hayter, it's going to put her over.
That is true. And also, we need heels to take on Chris Statlander as well, right? So,
True.
I mean, look, that is an argument for Tekla as well. Up next, let's talk about the Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP against the Demand in a Tornado Trios match. Des, what's your call?
I'm going to go to Hurt Syndicate here. I feel like they're going to win. They're going to end a feud. And I wonder if they're going to do anything with MJF because there's still some history there. So I wonder what's going to happen.
You are right. They need to definitely address that in some capacity. What about you, Clark?
Yeah, the Syndicate can't lose 2 in a row. I'm going with the Syndicate here, no doubt about it.
I am going with the Demand.
Oh,
I reckon this is going to be the start of a downfall, which leads to a new member. So I really, really do think this is when the Hurt Syndicate are going to lose. And Donnie is saying that he bets his mortgage that the Hurt Boys are going over. Guys, honestly, I mean, unless Cedric Alexander appears or somebody appears to help them, I don't think they're winning this, right? Unless they do it now that somebody joins to help them in this match, I think this is going to be a little bit of a downward spiral before the stocks go to an all-time high. But guys, we need to talk about the AEW Championship match, a feud which I have been critical of. Samoa Joe taking on Hangman Adam Page. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it feels like a pay-per-view feud. I feel like Hangman Adam Page is, especially this week on commentary, was being too friendly about it. Samoa Joe's issues, they seem just paper thin, basically. I don't really get this feud, but what I do think is this match is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it very much, but I do think it's a near certainty Hangman will retain. Clark, what's your call?
Hangman wins, but he's definitely taken to the brink against Joe, no doubt. I'm with you. I do think more recently it's starting to feel a little bit more like a world title feud. I also think it's odd we're used to AEW and that AEW world title being in the main event, and I don't think this is the main event. So
no,
that changes things, right? I know that's not a big statement, but I just my point is, right? I think that is as big of a factor as anything. But yeah, I've got Hangman, Buckshot Lariat, no doubt. Late in one where he's taken to the brink.
Arguably, I think the best feud in AEW history is Hangman and Swerve, right? It's my favorite, at least. Hangman and Omega is a close second. But what's interesting is whenever Hangman or Swerve hold the world titles, for whatever reason, they don't appear to be in the main event scene. And it's happened once against you, and it really, really frustrates me when it comes to that. But what about you, Des? Are you predicting a new champion?
I am not. I'm gonna go Hangman here. I wonder, like, what's the main goal? You know what I mean? Because Joe, it's a filler feud, but it's a fun filler feud. So I wonder, like, what is the main goal heading into Full Gear?
Absolutely. We've got a few comments I want to read out. Numero 1 says, Hangman Adam Page is on the verge of retaining, but MJF appears, knocks out the referee, since the refs don't have their +1 endurance magic ring, cashes in and wins the AEW World Championship. He can't do that. He has to give a week's notice now. I mean, that's the rule. He's got to give 1 week's notice without cashing in. Donnie says, I'm begging that WWE and AEW learn how to book feuds for their babyface world champs. Ben, I agree. It's not rocket science.
Ben, when it comes to the MJF thing, I just got a light bulb because it's not this week. But knowing MJF, what if he gives the week notice, but not on TV? And so you show it later.
But he said
where
he had to give it
somebody
publicly.
gets surprised. Oh, they use the word publicly? Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
But I
'Cause
would
the idea
love
was
that if he
so they'd
snuck
have
it.
a week to promote the match for the TV companies.
Ah, shoot.
That
I
was
would
the
love
logic.
it if he somehow skirted that system and shows up on one night and goes, "Wait, did you not know?"
Basically,
in-
the reality is, it's just they didn't want to copy Money in the Bank.
Well, and
isn't
then
it?
you
Yeah,
hit,
pretty
you hit
much.
the classic. The company sent an email about it. Did you not check your email? Right?
It's just what happened with Andrade.
Oh, it'd be so
Look at
good.
that.
Read the small
All
print.
over that.
Yeah.
Wait, did you not read your emails? You and I are booked in the main event.
It actually could work with MJF because everything going on with Andrade.
Max is the only guy that could pull
actually
that out.
work. Yeah, that could actually
But-
work.
Like genuinely, he's
It
the only
would
guy
be
that could pull
so
it off.
amazing.
That'd
It
so
would be.
funny.
Hangman Page, you also might not know this, but you can't compete for the title for a whole year. Well, we're at it. But Donnie says, isn't it great Tony decided to remove all drama and intrigue from the cash-in? Look, fans asked for it. It's not like for AEW fans, right? You got to remember this. They generally... The hardcore fan base generally prefer in-ring wrestling compared to entertainment, whereas in WWE, it is more entertainment over in-ring wrestling. That is the kind of main difference between the two, even though there's significant overlap. And the comment sections on AEW stuff was filled with comments saying to get rid of this, and it felt like they were copying WWE, and that's why they did it.
Yeah, that's not wrong. You're right. AEW is a way more. They focus more on pro wrestling rather than WWE entertainment. So yeah, I get it. They don't want to copy WWE because they already know what's going to happen if they do.
Randy
People are going to get on their tail about it.
Donnie, with fans that don't know what they want, they don't even work if you don't plug them in.
Well, look, to be honest, Donnie, like, I agree with you. I prefer, for flip's sake, Clark, that went over my head. For flip's sake. For fan's sake, right. I agree, Donnie, to be honest. I like the cash-in, but so many people asked for it, and they need to listen to the fans to an extent at a time where WWE aren't listening to the fans in order to make it feel more like a fan's product to actually win that fight.